channel cards, analog channel cards. So, well, this one, of course, there now, so they decided to get rid of it. That's why I have it. The BSM 137 is a nice little, small, compact one. I definitely need to get rid of it. I'm thinking about moving to the road here and got an abundance of people who I don't need to have. The Kevin can deal for me, I'm sure. So I don't know whether to put that PSM 137 on eBay or what to do with it. I'll get it on and put it in the way. Anyway, over to you, Kevin. KK4G72 in the group. Old ministry in there.
Okay, Charlie. K4FM line. With the old military radio net. From KK4GZQ, trying to get lined up here with my VFO here on the Ranger. It wants to drift for about the first 45 minutes. Nothing unusual. And I had to keep retouching it as we're talking these mornings. And Ted, thanks for running that this morning. I'm hearing you and Charlie. Charlie, you're loud down here. And Charlie, to my surprise, I thought I was going to hear John down in North Carolina. But the station that I turned it to, WA1JUJ, I didn't hear it all, and ended up having to go to the Radio Associates Web SDR there in Massachusetts to pick up a couple stations. So good morning to all you guys up there. And I did hear, I think it's Gil. I'm not sure if I got the first name right or not. KF9KU there in Wisconsin was strong into Lexington this morning on the HQ180 receiver. Charlie, you're about 25, 30 over here. Really super strong. So anyway, again, I've moved over back off of the transmitter and onto the small transmitter, the Ranger with the AL1200 here. And just trying to look over things and make sure it all was working right. I'm kind of touching it up here as I go here. Anyway, I'll send it on back around to WA1JUJ. Good morning to everybody with the net. I'm not sure who's hearing me and who's not. WA1JUJ with the old military radio net from KK4GZQ. Go ahead.
WA1JUJ, go ahead.
Yeah, Kevin was one and done. Kevin was one and done today.
WA1JUJ had only one transmission, then signed out. I think he was going to some signal handfest or something like that over.
Go ahead, JUJ.
He was one and done, Ted.
Anybody hearing WA1JUJ?
He signed out a while ago, Ted. He signed a while ago. Over.
Okay, John, thanks. Okay, let's try W3MMR. W3MMR, go ahead.
Yeah, W3PWW in the old military radio and W3MMR. Good morning, everyone around the net. A little rough conditions so far this morning. Guys from down south are booming in. Band's a little long so far, but I'm sure things will shorten up here in a bit when the sun starts to creep over the horizon. So anyway, I'll keep it short and sweet and keep it moving around in case for those who can't hear me too well. I'm just on the SDR this morning until conditions improve and I can get on using the web SDR for a receiver. I'll hop over to the DX100 and the NC303 maybe the next go around there. But 73 to you, John, up in Prince Edward Island, VY2WW. If you're still listening, 73 to you. And 73 to Kevin, W1JUK as well. And good morning to you, Ted and Steve, KD3HT, and Chris, and Glenn, and Charlie, and the other Kevin, KK4GZQ. Good morning to you as well. Everybody's sounding great on the QIX Web SDR this morning. So we'll keep things moving around here. I'll pass it back over to you, Ted, and I'll hang out until the next go-round. W3PWW in the old military radio net, W3 MMR.
Good morning, KK1K.
MMR, turn to direct over.
Ted, W3 MMR turned it back to you. Over.
Okay, yeah, I didn't copy him. Again, I guess too close. Okay, go ahead and make one, Dean. KK1K, go ahead.
Okay, very good. Good morning, Ted. W3PWW in the MILRADNet. This is KK1K. Well, just turned the rig on here. I heard you turn it over to Perry, and I heard John before HWT. Good morning, John. Nice signal, not real strong, but Q5 signal up here this morning from North Carolina. So the only three stations heard yourself and Perry, who had a nice signal, and John. So we'll say good morning. It's a little cloudy here, but it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day and in the 80s. And we've got the grandkids up with us from Greenville, South Carolina, and we're having a pretty busy but enjoyable week here. So radio's taking a back seat. I didn't get a chance to go down to the Ware Rally, as I always do. Spend yesterday and last evening and then today down there, but the grandkids won out this year, but we're having a good time, and hopefully things are going well at the Ware Rally without me. So Ted, I'll turn it back to you, running the T3, the R390A here, and your signal's coming in very, very nicely. W3PWW and the MILRADNet. This is KK1K.
Yeah, okay, Dean, very good. KK1K, W3PWW. Okay. Yeah, same setup here as you have, but beautiful signal. Yeah, didn't have much luck with Perry. Static level's not depressing any. It's still very loud, very strong, and really gives some of the stations a fit for sure. Okay, we're down to the end of the list. I'll stand by for any more check-ins. Anybody else from the old military radio net, please call now. Okay, nothing hard. Just try to make another round. It'll be W4HWT, AJ1G, KD3HT, KF9KU. I don't know what he signed or not, but I'll let him on the list here. Then the VY2WW, K4FNY, KK4GZQ. I guess W3MMR and KK1K. W4HWT, W3PWW. Go ahead, John.
Okay, there might have been a break station, Ted. I couldn't copy him, but thought I heard something. W3PWW, this W4HWT returning okay all the way around. Some station real strong, other station not copyable too well at all. And okay, Charlie, on the Wander Golderman sensitivity level, I think you said probably 130 dB. I guess you mean 130 dBm. Chris mentioned that it was calibrated at CBMs, and I just wondered how sensitive it was. I worked with one of those things many, many years ago and didn't remember much about it. We used it in a filter. I was in a filter design group, and we use it sometimes for some things just to double check some filtration losses and so forth and so on. But anyway, it was pretty neat thing, and I didn't know what it was calibrated in. Okay, Chris, I think you said you copied the SAQ last December, Christmas time, or sometime back in the middle of the winter. And I think you said you were running about minus 80 dBm on your wire set down on the beach there. And so forth. That turns out to be about 23 microvolts at the input of the thing. The receiver Walter Goldman's 50 ohms, so at the signal level. See, I was just asking because if I run a first one, I wondered how far down and what the sensitivity was, whether it would be anything. Yes, I realize it's a matter of the signal nerve ratio, but to put up loops and things like that, the signal level goes down too considerably, and I thought it might be too weak for my RAK to receive, but with my signal generator, it's I can easily hear half a microvolt signal into the receiver with the receiver, so I felt like the RBL and RAK were both reasonably sensitive enough that it's just a half signal or noise, but I didn't have an antenna like a Beverage or whatever. But anyway, I did notice in some old engineering handbooks and stuff they talked about across the pond that on these 17, 19 kilohertz frequencies that the wintertime was better by about 20 dB signal strength from across the pond back to the United States back in the 20s. So 20 dB would make quite a difference. And actually that minus 80 dBm signal you had, Chris, was pretty strong. So that was very interesting to know what kind of magnitude of signal we need to, what we'd be looking for. And so forth, of course. Okay, Charlie, with your loop and so forth, I guess probably the best thing to do is build a pretty good sized loop and then a low noise figure preamp on the front end of that thing to get the signal back up if I can overcome the noise figure, the old clunker receivers there. But it sounds like that minus 130 dBm is a pretty good, pretty sensitive device there itself. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign on this one, Ted. And like I said, we'll next weekend. Hope to see you tomorrow night on CWNet, QRN, I should say, notwithstanding our thunderstorms. Okay, Chris, I appreciate the info, Chris, on there and your setup there when you did. And wonder what your Wanda Goldman highest sensitivity level might be in terms of dBm. Maybe it's just like Charles, K4FM1. AK1G and W4HWC signing on this one, but we'll be monitoring. Over.
W1EKG.
W4HWT and the old NORAD net AJ1G. Well, I guess it can receive, the attenuator setting. The gain attenuator setting is minus 100 dBm. That's, and I think it can go down about 20 dB below that. And so it's probably like minus 120 dBm. But like I said, it really depends at that noise level. Your success in hearing anything is going to depend on what else you're picking up. It's all about SNR. You can always add gain. It's all about SNR. And down there you've got electrical power, EMI, and then of course static. And that was the big difference between December and June, was about 20 dB more atmospheric noise, broadband noise, was just, and it was mostly static. It was, the meter was bouncing all over the place from the static. So that, I'm sure, what was limiting the propagation path has more attenuation in summer and winter. I don't know how much that matters. It was also, in the wintertime, it's mainly a night path. At 4 in the morning it's very dark, and at 5 in the morning, which was the time of the transmission in June, it was daylight. Already daylight here when I was trying to receive them. And they also had a transmission later on in the morning, around 8 o'clock Eastern time, Eastern Daylight Time. and didn't copy either one of them, but I was successful in copying, which something I don't normally hear down at Stonington Point is the Northwest Australia, North NWC, November Whiskey Charlie, Northwest Cape, Australia was coming in. So that's a good indicator that the receiver was certainly working. It was just a matter of SNR. So, yeah, everyone else is doing well. Good morning to you, Dean. I guess you couldn't make it down to Weir. It's that time of year. Time is just flying by here. And I wonder who else might be up there. And Gilbert, yeah, maybe I can get out to Gilbert this year. I certainly won't have any excuses about having to work. Sure. So let's see, over to you, Steve. And yeah, I was just asking if you made any progress on the 600L and the 20A over there, if you had a chance to work on it. You probably copied me pretty good now. I'm hearing everyone good locally here in the Northeast. KD3HT and the old Mill Red Net AJ1G.
Yeah, the lightning static has gone way down, and you're full quieting here now. At least I can say that. Not really full quieting, but good copy here. No, I just been trying to figure out where to put them more than anything, and I think I have that squared away. So probably the first thing I'll work on is the 100V. And there's many things in front of that, depending on how I feel that moment when I'm working on stuff. So very good on the I guess frequency selective voltmeters. Yeah, I would expect it to be able to get 120 minus 120 dBm signal without an issue. It should be a very quiet device, so I would expect that most of the issue would be the background information or nonsense that you got to put up with at those frequencies. And 73 John, we'll talk to you later. Good morning, Charlie and Kevin. Sorry, I didn't say that last time. I don't know if you guys are copying me, but hear both of you guys hear fine. Gill signal is down a bit, and John BY2WW is still copyable. Dean, you got a strong signal in here as always, and Ted hopefully is coming up here. I didn't copy Perry at all. Didn't hear him. I guess we're still too close this morning, so we'll see how that goes. And yeah, Dean, you know, I've done that numerous times where I've sacrificed whatever I was going to do for the grandkids, and I'm not sorry about it. You know, the grandkids are there, and depends on how often you see them. If you saw them every day, it'd be different, but you likely don't, so you have to see them whenever possible. I haven't seen either of mine now for a number of weeks, so look forward to hopefully seeing the local one here this weekend, and maybe a couple weeks before we see Jareth up in New York. Let's see, besides that, yeah, just trying to figure out how to stop my signal from interfering with my Ethernet. It depends on the lay of the cables. It really makes a difference here, so I have to figure out what to do. And yeah, September is coming right up here. Hate to say it, but this week we'll be moving into August, and boy, September's right around the corner, so everybody's starting to get prepared for Gilbert. All right, enough out of me. Gil was still on, so I'm pretty sure it still goes to Gil. If I'm wrong, someone correct me. So Gil, over to you. KF9KU, hopefully you're copying. This is KD3HT, over.
Okay, you go ahead. I guess he's gone. I think that's what he said last transmission. Okay, next up is VY2WW. VY2WW, go ahead.
Yeah, I think he's signed, Ted.
Okay. Next would be Charlie, K4FNY. Go ahead, Charlie.
Okay, Ted, W3TWW, the old military net. K4FNY. Well, I did not copy very many stations that go around. Yeah, I could barely hear John. I did not get his comments on the above 11 meter. But we need to go out now. And regarding the loop antenna to the Q, that's the only way I've ever been successful in receiving them with a large 6 to 8 foot loop antenna loop and an amplifier, which you don't need with the 11 meter. I do have a 60 hertz dot over here, and I don't know where it is. I've worked. It had marginal performance. It's filtering out line noise and stuff, but that's the only way I've been successful is with a loop, buck turn loop, and a little preamp between these two preamps, which you don't need. Anyway, that receiver goes from 50, I believe it's 50 hertz to 8 megahertz. Both of them have a similar frequency coverage and similar sensitivities, but the little PSM 137 is menu driven. It's a nice little meter to use for measuring noise levels and things like that. It will definitely do that. But anyway, I would say here on eBay, there's several of them on offer for an outrageous price, which I think is ridiculous. Of course, eBay prices is kind of out of sight anyway. Kevin can attest to that. But I think people have them and don't realize they're not really worth anything like what they were new. That PM19, if I remember right, was about $42,000 new. That was a long time ago, almost 20 years ago. Anyhow, enough of that. Propagation here is just things I'm sure I'm anxious to get around in the sunflower. Hopefully to do some better propagation. Gary, you're about the strongest signal I'm hearing this morning. KK4GZQ is the military net. K4FN.
Up here, Charlie. Hopefully you guys were hearing me. Forgot I wasn't on the transmitter here. Got to key the amplifier. K4FN1, the old military radio net from KK4GZQ, and on that round, Charlie, I was hearing Dean, KK1K up in Vermont. I think I heard some of Chris, AJ1G. No, that was 2 rounds ago. Yes, and I heard John down in North Carolina. And I'm hearing Ted pretty good, but other than that, and then of course I did have, I guess it's Gil up in Wisconsin, KF9KU. And Charlie, I got into the hobby, and my appetite was probably more than my pocketbook, but we ended up with quite a few pieces in here for my small living space, and I tell you, sometimes it is challenging to try to make changes in the equipment. I'm crammed into one small room here with quite a bit of stuff, so I guess a bunch of you can probably attest the same thing. But it sure is a fun hobby, and a lot of good people like yourselves on here, and this net what keeps things like that are what keep me coming back and getting some enjoyment from it. So it sure is good to have a nice break and go home and contact everybody worldwide here via radio airwaves. So anyway, that's going to be it for me. I'm going to go ahead. I think you guys said that WA1JEJ had signed on the last one, so I'm just going to you, and you can send it all around to the next station in line here. Good morning all the way around. Everybody have a great weekend. It's a pleasure and a privilege to be part of it. WW, thanks for running the net, Ted. Actually, 4GZQ. 100, y'all.
Joe, WA2EJT, had checked in early.
Yeah, I heard him, Dean. Okay. Kevin, thanks for checking in this morning. Okay, let's see. Continuing on, we have W3MMR, KK1K, and WA2EJT. Then we'll stand by for more check-ins. W3MMR, W3PWW, go ahead.
Yeah, W3PWW, W3MMR, the old military radio net. Yeah, conditions seem to be improving here. I'm copying you at the QTH now, Ted. I don't know how you're copying me, and hopefully you are. Steve, you, KD3HT, you picked up substantially as well. So funny how Mother Nature will do that. You guys were completely uncopyable, at the last go-around, and now you guys are 25 over. So conditions seem to be making a turn for the better, that's for sure. And we'll say 73 to you, Kevin. KK4GZQ, if you're able to copy me. It's always a pleasure hearing you guys from down south. And say 73 to John down there in North Carolina as well. Anyway, like I said, conditions are improving. Somebody did check in, I think, not sure who, I think it was EJT as well there. But I think somebody just mentioned that, so my apologies on that. But anyway, this is going to be my last one. I'm going to say 73, guys. Got to start getting ready to go to work today. Last day of the work week, then off tomorrow. So hopefully this day goes by quickly there. So anyway, I think I turn it over to Dean, KK1K. So over to you, Dean. And again, 73. Everyone have a great weekend. And Ted, thank you again for running the net. KK1K in the old military radio net. This is W3.
W1GTX. W1EKG.
KD2AFL.
Well, I must be popular. Here are a lot of guys checking in there. So, Ted, I'll let you pick those folks up on the next go-around. Copying everyone, Charlie and Kevin coming in nicely. I did not hear Gil. I think he was gone. I didn't hear John up in Prince Edward Island. I think he was gone. So band is shifting around a bit. So Ted, I won't hold it long here. Again, we're copying everyone quite well, and it looks like we got a nice day coming up here. So I will pass it along to Joe, WA2EJT, and Joe, on your check-in, you had a very nice signal up here. So let's see if you're still in there. WA2EJT to take it with the Milrad net. By the way, Ted, thanks for as Charlie says, calling the net this morning, and I look forward to working you tomorrow evening on the CW net. So Joe, over to you, WA2EJT. This is KK1K.
Okay, Dean.
HLR checked in as well, Ted. Timmy's in there.
Flying away the strongest signal I've heard on here this morning, Dean. And I heard Ted weakly just as I had called in. I waited until I could hear Ted to do that. I've been listening on here since a little bit after 5, but not good conditions from Enfield, New York. I'll make this my one and only transmission, Ted. As Dean pointed out, there were a number of other stations calling in just a minute ago. Running the usual stuff here and working on the usual projects. John, W4HWT, but tomorrow maybe I'll try giving you a call and we can have a little catch-up yak on the telephone. All right, well, I'll leave things there. Good morning to everyone, and I'm not sure that Ted is coming in at the moment, but he might need help here. Anyway, again, that's it from Endwell, WCWW. This is WA2JT. Over.
Okay, Joe, very good. Good copy. Bands are switching around and able to hear the New England stations quite well now. Okay, I thought I heard WA1HLR trying to check in. We'll stand by for you, Tim. Go ahead.
Okay, Ted. Just wanted to say good morning. I'm getting ready to blast off here when a buddy of mine comes to pick me up to go to a ham fester, so I'm just sitting here killing a little bit of time. Thought I would say hey, because it's been a while. Hopefully you're doing well, and everybody else that has checked in this morning is doing as well as could be expected. I'm hearing everybody so far. Kevin GZQ's doing A-OK, and even though it's in the middle of summer. And I'm running low power, this week low power, just a little Junkston Ranger, that's it. Non-military this morning. W3PWW from WA1H, yellow.
Okay, Tim, very good. Good signal down into southern PA this morning from the Ranger. Very good. Good to hear you on. Okay, end of the list. Anyone else for the net? Any other stations for the net? Please call now. Spread them out, guys.
WB3CT3.
K9 Golf Alpha Sierra. Good morning.
Okay, got CTC and K9GAS. Anyone else, over?
W1GTX.
W1GTX.
W1EKG.
AFL, stand by.
WA2AFL. Anyone else?
W1EKG.
W1EKG. Anyone else? Okay, looks like we got them. So the remaining stations will be WB3CTC, K9GAS, W1GTX, WA2AFL, and W1EKG. Mike, go ahead. WB3CTC, W3PWW, and the net.
Yeah, morning, Ted. W3PWW and the old military radio net, WB3CTC. Mike in Lancaster, PA, are on the ART-13 or BC-348. And, wow, I'll tell you what, I turned this radio on about 6 o'clock this morning. I wasn't hearing a darn thing. In the last 10 minutes or so, it's like somebody turned the switch on. Everybody's pounding in here now. Wow, something. So, hope everybody had a good week and has another good week next week. So, we'll try to catch you all next week. K9GAS and the old military radio net, WB3CTC.
Okay, Paul. Or Mike, I mean. Hey, Paul. Hey, good morning, Ted. the old military radio, and this is K9 Golf Alpha Sierra. K9 going after Phoenix, Jerry. I'm here in Greenwood, Indiana, which is about 8 miles south of Indianapolis. So those that if we haven't talked before, good morning. We struggle a little bit with some, but a little bit of so we're right about a pair of 4400s, and the receiver 75A4. Well, I do have a bit of noise. This noise floor is pretty decent this morning for some reason. I don't think we've got any storms coming in, but this background static here, atmospheric, it's kind of dry. So that's probably some of it. But anyway, thanks for picking me up, Ted. Good to hear everyone here this morning, so I'll keep her short. Not sure how many's actually hearing me, so, Ted, you're probably struggling with me as well this morning. W1 GTX, all over to you. Again, this is Jerry in Greenwood, Indiana, K9 GAS, and the old military radio net.
Good morning, everyone. This is W1 GTX. I have to turn my radio down now. There's the EK, I'm talking to EKG, and another guy, K1D. So, I gotta turn it down some more. Yeah, no, it's been a little bit. I had to work last weekend, so, and then I think I gotta work the next 2 weekends coming up, or Saturdays anyway, so, well, I'd be up for it, but I'd have to check in real quick and jump out. I'm on a T3 this morning, make sure my needles are right here. Good. My son was playing with it the other night. He was down here sitting with me when I checked into one of the nets, and I got videos of him just tuning all the dials on a T3, so I was like, oh, gotta make sure I redial this thing back in. So, yeah, everybody's coming in great. You know, hear everyone well, and that's about it. So, enjoy. So I forget who it goes to next, because I was bouncing back and forth between radios. So, W1 GTX, 7 3s.